Well, it's going to be a big week on the transfer front for Hull City, but we have, first of all, before we confirm Philogene, hopefully, maybe Keenan Davis as well. I think we might have a few outgoings as well with Keenan Davis coming in. We have got an under-21 signing, but I do cover all of these because they are technically professional footballers and they are signing professional contracts here. And this one, Tyrell Sellars-Fleming has signed on a 2-year deal with the club holding the option of a further year. Usually with these videos, I know something about them going into it. I've come back from a driving lesson, seen that notification, and I'll be brutally honest, I haven't got a clue. I know absolutely nothing about this lad at all. So as I read this statement, I think I'm going to be learning some stuff just as you are. I've had a little flick through it. I've seen he's been out on loan to Gainsborough and comes from Scunny. BBC Radio Humberside have reported that he turned down a professional contract at Scunthorpe to come here. He's going to join up in the under-21s with Owen Foster here as well. So let's read the statement, because looking at it, I'm not particularly sure that this signing was needed for the under-21s, but equally, if we've got plans for players to go out on loan and stuff like that, and if Sandat is still in the first team forward like he has been since he's come in, it will start to make a little bit more sense. The statement reads, Hull City are delighted to announce the signing of Tyrell Sellars-Fleming on a 2-year deal with the club holding the option of an extra year. Having recently left National League North side Scunthorpe United, where he progressed through their youth system and into their first team, the 18-year-old will link up with Connor Sellers' under-21 side as a first-year pro. Connor said, Tyrell is someone who has impressed me while on trial during pre-season. He showed his qualities by scoring a good brace in our friendly against Brid, and at his young age, he's already played men's football at National League level for Scunny and in the Northern Premier for Gainsborough. With us having Henry, Sandat and Jim Sims already at under-21 level in the striker position, we now have 3 different types of forwards that will all push each other to better themselves. But I'm going to be honest. I think you only name 5 subs in under-21s games anyway. I'm not sure when Woody and Jarvo come back how it's all going to fit in. I'm going to be honest, with everyone fit, I have no idea how this is going to look. But it does potentially give a couple of options to pushing players like Vaughan Colville out wide perhaps, and then you can allow players like Raj Pallet to move into his more natural central midfield role, be it as a 4, be it as a 6 or as an 8. He's more suited to that than he is right wing, so it might potentially, allow for that to happen. Who knows? But anyway, let's keep going. Born in Lincoln, Sellars-Fleming featured twice in the Irons first team last season, both as substitute appearances, making his debut in the 1-0 away victory against Halifax Town in January 2023. And the forward made his second Scunthorpe appearance just 3 days later in a 1-1 draw at home to Bromley. Later joining Northern Premier League Premier side Gainsborough Trinity on loan, Sellars-Fleming had scored 16 goals in 20 appearances for Scunthorpe's under-18 side prior to his temporary move to the Holy Blues. Also featuring in Scunthorpe's historic FA Youth Cup run to the 3rd round, where they lost 4-2 against Man United at Old Trafford in December 2021. The striker netted a brace for our under-21s as an unnamed trialist in a 5-1 friendly win over Brid last month. Sellars-Fleming said, I'm buzzing to sign for Hull City, cannot wait to get started, make friends with all the lads and put in some good performances. I enjoyed the 2 years I was at Scunny, progressed into their first team, got on the bench a couple of times, then made my debut at the start of this year. I made another appearance after that and I enjoyed it, but I thought it was time to move on to a new chapter. Interest from Hull came about a couple of months ago. They invited me down for a trial, scored 2 against Brid in my first game, trained the rest of the week, and then they offered me a deal. Connor Sellers and Richard Naylor have been very good to me and the facilities here are really good. There are a lot of opportunities here for young players to break through and be with the first team. That was a big part of me joining, but also the style of play. We do analysis all the time, and I think once I've learnt it, I'll be very good at it because it suits my style of play. I'm looking forward to playing it. I want to get into the first team. That's my main goal for this year. I just want to score goals, get regular minutes, and do the best that I can. Not quite sure how this one will work out. I mean, no doubting he's a quality player, but I'm not, like I say, I'm not fully sure how this will fit, because the system that we're playing, we haven't got two strikers up top anyway, and very, very rarely in under-21s football will you have multiple players with long-term injuries. You might have, I mean, Harry Lovick last season had a really long knee injury which kept him out for most of the campaign before he was released. But that was one in like the whole season. And I think before that, the season before, I can't really off the top of my head think of any. Unless there are plans for Sandat or Sims to go out on loan. I just don't know. I just don't know. It's simple as that, really. We'll wait and see how it finds out, but this is one that I wasn't expecting, I'll be honest. But welcome Tyrell nonetheless. Hope you do well. But yeah, equally I'm struggling to see with this 21s team, with all the new additions that have come in from externally, how they all piece together. That's the sticking point for me. I'm just, in my head, I can't quite work out how this is all going to get pieced together on the pitch, and how these young players are all going to get minutes, which they also desperately need. You need them as young players, and I think with Jack Leckie going out on loan, I'd be maybe looking at another centre half if you want to bring more players in, but equally just promote from the 18s. So we'll see where it goes. However, this could, if we're looking ahead, be preparation for quite a big exodus of under 18 players at the end of their scholarships. They might not be planning for many of them to get pros. It's a big year group, and well, I can see, just from watching a few of them play, I can see one that will get a pro deal. I'm not going to say who that is, but for me, I can only see one that's likely anyway. There might be a couple more as the season progresses and more players from the 18s come into the 21 setup perhaps, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. Can't believe I've got 8 minutes out of that. And welcome to Hull City, Tyrell. I keep saying Tyrell because F1 team. Tyrell, Sellars-Fleming.